Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mr. Galvez. Welcome to my Teach for Love channel. I am going to be doing a fun activity with you. What, you might say? What activity are you doing with us, Mr. Galvez? I'm doing a fun Easter basket activity with you. Yay! I'm going to teach you how to make your own Easter basket. You don't need to go buy one. You just got to make one. Follow my steps and you'll be the best Easter egg basket maker in the whole world. You will need the following items: paper, just plain old white paper will do, scissoroonies, penciloony, gluazuni, some crayons or markers to color, and I'll be right back because somebody's at my door. Who is it? Okay, are we back on? Is this thing working? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Is this thing working? Are we recording? It looks like we're recording. And I got floating donuts in my eyes. Look at those lights in my eyes. They look like floating candies or donuts. Are those glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme? Glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme dancing before my eyes. Okay, those are not donuts. Snap out of it, Mr. Galvez. We are making an Easter basket. Paper, glue, pencil, scissors, crayons or markers for coloring. That's all we gonna need. That's all we gonna need, okay? Nathan, I have markers here. Nevea Mugabudu. I have markers here from when Nathan used to be my kindergarten student. He left these markers behind here, and I'm coloring. Look at that. It says Nathan Mugaburu.
I can't see very well.
Oh my gosh, why not?
I forgot to put the speaker.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Okay, first thing we're gonna do on one of our sheets of paper is we're gonna draw a gigantic oval because an Easter egg is a giant oval. So I'm gonna tilt my camera down so you guys can see how I do this. We've been practicing our 2D shapes. You guys know what an oval looks like. Here we go. My motorized camera. I have an automatic motorized camera called the TX2000 by Fuji. And there we go. There's my paper, nice and clean. I get my pencil, big oval, okay, gigantic. The bigger, the better. I want to try to follow the whole edge of my paper. So watch how I do this. Big, go to the edge, all the way. Don't be afraid, all the way to the edge. Now the top of the egg is a little bit pointy. The top of the egg is a little pointy. Now go back down to the edge. Go to the edge, go to the edge. Don't be afraid. Go to the edge. And then make the big round bottom. There we go, the bottom. Okay, there is my egg. It's an oval. It's a giant oval. Do it too tiny. If you do it too tiny, then you're not going to be able to fit any eggs inside. So don't do a tiny egg like this. That will be too small. No, make it big, people. Make it big. All right, here's our big, gigantic egg. Now, before we cut this out, we want to color. Before we cut this out, we want to color. Don't start cutting, Deleza. Nobody told you to cut. Nobody told directions, and stay with me. Please stay with me. Can you see my hand shaking? This means stay with me. Follow directions. Okay. First, before we cut, we want to draw the design on our egg. So here's a fun design. Zigzags. If you do zigzags, check it out. I leave a little bit of space, and then I just keep following that pattern. You see? Leave a little bit of space. Follow that pattern. It's like mountains or a zigzag pattern. Beautiful zigzag Easter egg. Check that out. Oh, I love that. Look at that. So much fun. I love doing zigzag patterns. And now I'm going to color. So let's get those colors out. I'm going to use my markers. We don't normally get to use markers. Here's my markers. They're not my markers. These are Nathan Mugaburu's markers from when he was in kindergarten. He graduated, left behind these markers, and now Mr. Galvez is teaching his sister, Nevaeh Mugaburu, and I get to use these fantastic markers. Well, I'm going to use pink, and I'm going to use green. I think those two colors, side by side, they just look amazing. I'm going to use pink and green. That's right, people. I'm using pink and green. So check this out. Here I go, top layer, pink. I like to trace, when I'm using markers, I like to trace the shape that I'm coloring and then color inside. That's one of the ways that I color. So look how I turn my paper. It makes it easier. I turn my paper, that way I can be more precise. I like to be precise, children, when I color. Efficient and precise, much like an Aston Martin race car. All right, there we go. I am coloring in my pink, beautiful, lovely, this pink marker, because it is so old, because Nathan Mugaburu was in my class many, many years ago. This marker is running out of ink. Almost done with this part here. So I'll press pause on my recording so you don't have to sit there when you're watching the video through countless minutes of Mr. Galva's coloring. Now I wish this green was a lighter green, like a pastel green, but pink is like the only pastel marker color that I have. So I gotta make do. So I'll press pause and then I'll come back once the egg is finished. So you can see the finished product, okay? So let's just do a snap of the finger here. Get ready to snap with me. Come on, everybody, snap. Our egg is finished. There is our beautiful egg. Ta-da! Let's see if it starts recording again. I press the record button. Come on. Isn't this computer recording? Record, record! Nice. Look at your friends' eggies. Okay, there it is. Ta-da! My egg is colored. I didn't just use pink and green because my green and pink marker were running out of color, so I used yellow, orange, and blue also. So my egg is finished. Look at that gigantic egg. That gigantic egg is so incredible. Now, what I was telling everybody was that the Easter egg tells us the story of Easter. It tells us the true story of Easter. It's not about a bunny rabbit, because guess what, guys? We're learning about the animal kingdom, and bunnies are mammals. Mammals do not lay eggs like chickens. When a baby bunny rabbit is born, the baby bunny rabbit looks like a baby bunny rabbit. It does not come out of an egg. So it's just a cute story that we like to make pretend that the bunny rabbit brings eggs and all that. But the real story of Easter is not about an egg. It's about Jesus dying on the cross for us. He had to die in order to pay the price for all of the bad stuff that we've done. You know, when we do bad stuff, mommy and daddy get upset and we get in trouble, right? Maybe we get a timeout. Sometimes we even get a pow pow. I've gotten pow pows when I was a kid. But Jesus said, I want all of my children to be forgiven and to be clean. I will take all of the pow pows. I will take all of the timeouts. I will carry it and put it on the cross and die for everyone so everyone can be forgiven. So when Jesus died on the cross, they put him inside of a cave. A cave is like this egg. They put him in a tomb and they buried him there. He was dead for 3 days. But what happens when you break the egg open? What's inside of the egg? Special treasure. So that's how the Easter egg is like the true story of Easter. When Jesus rose from the dead after 3 days. He cracked the cave open, cracked the tomb open. He sent his angels, and the angels just went boom, and they exploded the cave open, and out came the greatest treasure of all, which was Jesus, alive from the dead. And you could see the holes in his hands from where they killed him. And he told his friends, he said, "Look at the holes in my hands. You can see I'm not a ghost. I'm real. I'm alive. And I'm going to go to heaven to prepare a house for you, a special place for you to live there with me forever and ever." So the Easter egg tells us that story. Now we're going to cut our Easter egg. So be very careful. We're going to cut all the way around. Here we go. Scissors time. Scissor time. Remember, it's not a toy. Do not put your finger near the scissor. You can cut yourself. I got a boo-boo yesterday. I was working with some stuff and I cut myself. So be very, very careful. All right, here we go. I hold my egg and I cut around the edge. Open and close. Don't close your scissors all the way. Watch how Mr. Gavas just closes a little bit. And then I open. Close. And then open. Close. And I start moving my paper around. Look how I move my paper. See? I turn my paper around. I don't try to keep cutting all the way around like that because that's too hard. You'll mess up. It'll look sloppy. So just turn your paper. Open and close, but don't close all the way. You don't close all the way until you get to all the way to the end of your cutting. Open and close, open and close. Take your scissors and open and close. So there we go. Almost at the end. This is the pointy top part of the egg. Watch, now I'll close it all the way. Turn, 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 turn. Close, 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 close. Boom. Ta-da! My beautiful, gigantic Easter egg. Look at that thing. It's huge. This is going to be my basket, so I got that one ready. Now, I'm not finished, people. I am not finished, okay? Just getting started here. So just hold on. Not finished yet. I'm going to need another egg because this is just the front part. Since I used marker, it starts to make my paper curl up. So if that happened to yours, just turn it over backwards. Try to uncurl it. Try to curl it the opposite way. That will sort of help to flatten it out. But it's okay, because when we put everything together, you won't notice that. Okay, so one of my egg sides is ready. One of my basket sides is ready. I'm going to do the same thing again. Create another egg. Because I need a front and a back. Okay, front and a back, front and the back. Everybody get a front and a back. I'll press pause on my video. I'll come back when the back side is ready. Okay, looks like we're recording again. I'm doing the back egg and I realized that I need to show you a different technique. So you can see I chose polka dots for the back of this. I'm going to use orange and blue, but I'm going to use a special technique for coloring. This technique, a technique means a way to do something.
Okay.
So first I will trace the shapes of the polka dots that I'm going to color. But this new technique is going to save you ink, so you're not using a lot of ink. Your markers will last a longer time. So I'm going to be using...
You said orange and blue.
I'm going to do orange and blue. Yeah, you can use whatever colors you guys want to.
Like all the colors?
Whatever. Yeah, you can use all the colors if you want. Okay, watch. So I traced my shapes, right? Now watch what I do here. I just do stripes, lines.
Stripes?
Yeah, you see how I'm just filling it in with some stripes?
Yeah.
So it looks orange, but I didn't use all of my marker to like color because that would use a lot of ink. So I just use stripes.
Just use stripes to not use all of the ink.
Right, and I mean, it's a little bit hard. It's not like this is super easy to do because Mr. Gavas had to practice this. Look at, my lines have to be straight. Especially when you have a big giant circle like this. That's a long line.
I have been trying to make very nice straight lines.
Okay, yeah, you see how I'm doing it? So this is a different technique. Okay, you can call it hatching. Hey, hatching, like hatching an egg.
Yeah, hatching the egg.
Cross hatch.
I am done with my first egg.
Nice. Cross hatch.
Looks nice.
I'll show you a cross hatching technique. I think you might like that. So this is just hatching without the crossing, but I'll show you the cross hatching.
Are you using the back cover of your first egg or the other paper?
No. This is a new paper. This is a new paper. My other egg is over here. This is a new paper, okay?
Okay.
So once I'm done filling in the orange, I am going to show you the blue cross hatching. Cross hatching.
Cross hatching?
Yeah. So I'm waiting for. Oh! I hope it doesn't. Okay, you see, I told it to record, still not record. Oh, and then it records. Okay, so for the inside of the polka dots, the inside of my egg, I am using a cross hatching technique. So first I traced the outside of my egg. Now watch how I do cross hatching. Watch this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, you're lucky.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You are
So
pretty much ready.
I'm doing 4 lines one way, and then 4 lines the other way. So they go across from each other every time.
Oh, I know that.
So that's called cross hatching, and it's a fun way to
Yeah,
fill
I
in
know that.
space. It gives it texture.
Okay, now my drawing is good. Done. But the color is not done yet.
Okay, so I'm filling it in with blue. 4 lines one way, 4 lines the other way.
Yep.
Sometimes I can't do all 4 lines. That's okay.
Yeah.
Art is about having fun, guys, and trying new things. See, right here, I can't do 4 lines, but
I haven't tried this before.
it's going to be your first time, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hmm?
Just make sure that you use a different direction each time.
Yeah.
The pattern. Okay, so follow the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch.
Follow the step what you do.
Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 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 switch. 1, 2, 3. Do you see how I'm turning my paper every time?
Yeah.
I
see
turn
that.
it. That helps me to get the lines in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And it is lunchtime, guys. So I will finish this up and we will continue this after Luncharoonie. Okay?
Okay.
So since I'm recording this video, I am not going to get out. I'm not going to leave Zoom. But you guys can leave Zoom and just come back at 12 o'clock after lunch, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, I love you. Get something yummy in your tummy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, good. We're recording. We're back. So Mr. Gabas is doing the cross hatching. I'm going to finish the cross hatching. So I'll press pause for a moment till that's done. So for those of you doing this for the first time, remember 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you change direction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. I don't have to turn the paper, but to respond. Come on, Zoom. Kick in. There we go. It's recording. Bam. As you can see, our cross hatching is finished, guys. Very important. Whenever you're done coloring with your marker, do this right away. Cap it back up. I can't tell you how many times Mr. Galvez has been lazy when I was a kid and I forgot to cap up my markers. The next day you want to use your marker, and guess what? It's dry, it's out of ink, you're out of business. Not fun. So now we got our 2 eggs. You know what we got to do now, right, Michaela?
Mm-hmm.
What do I got to do?
Glue it together.
Well, first I got to cut it out. Yeah, and then we're going to
glue it.
glue it together in a special way, though. This is going to be a little bit tricky, okay? This is going to require some folding and some engineering. But hey, if we can build a marble machine together, guys, we can do anything. All right, so by the way, my special marble lifter is in the mail. It's supposed to be coming to my house today. I ordered it specially so that we could see it at work, connect it to our marble machine. So hopefully tomorrow it'll be up and running and I get to show it to you guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Won't that be exciting? All right, my 2 eggs are ready. Look at those 2 giant eggs. Oh my gosh, so big. Okay.
The cracking one is bigger.
Is it? Let's see. Let's put them on top of each other. They're pretty much the same size. It is a little bit bigger. You can see it's a little tiny bit bigger, but they're pretty much the same size. Now, we're going to connect them together, but I'm going to show you the special way that we're going to do that, okay? This is not going to be easy, but it's not going to be crazy hard either, okay? Now watch this. I will need 1 sheet of paper to do this. We're going to fold this paper in half. And I will tell you a secret. My secret is, I've never done this before. It's going to be my first time I have ever done this in my whole life. Should I be scared?
No.
No, why not, Michaela?
Because you first try and then try again.
That's right. If I mess up, I'm just going to keep on trying. It's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. All right, so I fold my paper in half. The reason I did that is because I want to cut right down the middle here so I can see that line. That's the line I want to cut my paper right in half. So here I go. This is how thick my bag is going to be. It's going to be this thick. So it's sort of going to be like the way your mommy's purse looks. So what do I mean by that? I will show you what I mean by that. This is going to go like this. We're going to glue this on here like this, but I have to create a wall first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this join together. I'm going to join these 2 pieces together like this. So let me start by putting some glue. If I'm going too fast for you, that's why I'm going to put this video on my YouTube channel. So you can just go back and watch and, oh, okay, how did he do that? All right, let me do that again. And you press pause and rewind as many times as you want. Okay, so that's about 1 inch of glue. Match the 2 sides up as best you can. Wow, that glue sticks really fast. Okay, there we go. Now I got a big long piece and I'll be able to use it for what I want. Now, the same way that we did our ramps, when I taught you guys how to build ramps for your marbles and your cars, we're going to do that to this piece of paper. So I fold up one side about 1/2 inch. Okay, if you look at it, I know how to estimate. To estimate is to guess. So that's about 1/2 inch, a little more than 1/2 inch. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Don't fold it too much. You don't want to go more than 1/2 inch. If you go more than 1/2 inch, your basket is not going to be that wide to put eggs in. Okay, so you want to create that kind of shape. Now, the problem is if I bend that, you see how it gets all yucky? Ugh. So the trick to that is you want to cut about every inch, you're going to cut a line. So just to show you, I'm going to, from my folded line out to the edge, about every 1.5 inches, I will put a line, and that's where I'm going to cut, okay? About every 1.5 inches. I put a line, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut those little pieces. Let me do the same thing to the other side. Try to match. So you see that line straight across? I'm going to put a line from my fold to the edge, fold to the edge, fold to the edge, fold to the edge, fold to the edge. Yes.
It looks like a ruler.
Right now it sort of looks like a ruler, but those lines are for me to cut. So here I go with my cutting. Now here I am going to cut by closing my scissor. Just try not to go past the fold. Just stop at the fold. Okay? Stop at the fold, stop at the fold. When you cut, you stop at the fold. This is so you can bend the sheet. Chocolate bunnies are super sweet. I can't remember when the last time I ate a chocolate bunny. But I do remember that I would love putting the chocolate bunny in the refrigerator because chocolate that's hard and cold tastes better. Okay, I cut that side. Now I'm going to cut this side. Why are you doing that, Mr. Galvez? Well, as I explained earlier, children, the reason I'm cutting these lines is so that I can bend the paper easier. And it won't look yucky when I bend it. It'll be nice and round and curved like the Easter egg is. At least that's the plan. Let's see if our plan works.
Mr. Galvez,
Yes?
do you know the egg in Minecraft that makes the agent come?
Oh my gosh. I don't, but we need to get rid of some agents that are like just hanging around and bothering us.
I made something sort of like it, but
Yeah?
instead I made different designs from it.
Okay, cool. So look, after you cut out those little pieces, now I can bend it in the shape of the egg, see? So what I'm going to start doing here is that I'm going to glue it to the inside of the egg, like so. So I'm going to do piece by piece. I glue the outside of these little rectangle pieces that I cut. I glue the outside, and then I start pressing down, okay? I want to basically start from this part of my egg and end over here. So I'm going to start here and finish over here. And all of this will stay open so you can actually put stuff inside, okay? So I probably won't use all of this. I'll end up cutting off what I do not need. So let's get started. Here we go. I'm going to glue the first rectangle. I might glue like 3 at a time. I put my finger underneath the rectangle so the rectangle doesn't just bend everywhere. Now remember, I'm starting on that line, so here we go. Press down, and I want to turn my little rectangle. Turn your page so it follows the curve of the egg. There we go. I got my first 3 pieces on. Now I'll do it some more. I think it's going to be easier if I just glue the outside of the egg, the edge. That's about the size of my rectangle, so I'll just glue the egg instead of gluing the rectangles. And then I will keep on pressing. I'm standing up now so I can see better. I'm pressing my little rectangles down. Okay, time to put some more glue. I just want to show you what it's looking like so far. Look at that. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the inside looks like this. So my little rectangles are sort of crossing over each other. That's why we cut them so they can fold on top of each other. This time I'll try to show you from the inside view so you can see what it's looking like, okay? So I'm going to put more glue and I'll stop when we get to the finish line. Okay, so here we go from the inside view. I look at the outside, make sure my rectangle is not going outside of the egg. Then I fold the next piece in. Then I fold the next piece in. And I keep pressing down. And then I fold the next piece in. That looks like it's going to be the last piece. This is the last piece that I got to do right there.
I went a little bit outside. Come on.
Okay, so I'm going to cut this extra part that I don't need. Okay, so first half is done. Dun, 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 dun. All the eggs are going to sit inside of there. And now we have to attach the back egg. So we're going to do the same thing now. Okay? I'm going to attach it like that. So, same idea here.
Miguel, does it looks like right now it could be a table.
Holy moly, is the egg table? Yeah, it could be. It could be lots of things. It could be an Easter egg purse. So here we go. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do piece by piece. It's always easy to go piece by piece. Okay, now this one's a little bit harder because now I can't really see too good. So I'm going to sort of stand up and that will help me. Okay, time to put more glue. Put more glue, put more glue. Please nobody eat a shoe. Yeah, do not eat a shoe, guys. Shoes do not taste good, okay? I don't want to see anybody eating a shoe. Okay, that came out crooked. I have to adjust one of my rectangles here.
Come on, little rectangle. Come on, little rectangle. You can do it.
So, So unfortunately, I don't have a camera inside my egg basket for you to see what's going on inside. But you did get to see what happened on the first round when I was doing the other side. All right, finishing up here. Bada bing, bada bam, bada boom. Last piece is done. A little extra glue here. Thank you very much. And for the reveal. So you see, my basket is nice and big and open. I can put stuff inside there now, you see? Two sides to my egg. The bottom is nice and round and curved.
Yeah, this is almost like a purse,
Yeah.
but two sides.
But two
Yeah.
sides. Two different sides, right? But we're not finished. We're not finished yet. Because we are going to put a handle on it. Going to put a handle. So, in order to do our handle, let's leave our egg basket to the side. Look at that, it can stand up by itself. I'm not even holding it. Look, my hands are over here. Stand up by itself. Whoa, it can even roll a little bit. There we go. Okay, so egg basket, go to the side for a moment. Let's get one final sheet of paper here. Here's my final sheet of paper. Whenever you're not using your glue or if you're not using your marker, always cap things up, okay? They'll last longer. Okay, so for my handle, for my basketino, I'm gonna do another fold in half, but then I'm gonna fold the half in half. So watch what happens when you fold something in half. You get two pieces, right? You fold something in half, you get two pieces. But what happens if you fold those two pieces in half? It's not going to be just two pieces anymore. How many pieces do you think it will be?
4.
Let's see if Michaela's right. Open it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. It got doubled. So if you fold a piece of paper 2 times, you get 4 squares. 1, 2. Open it up. Got 4 rectangles, not 4 squares. So I'm going to cut and cut. I'm just going to use 2 pieces for my handle. I think that should be enough. You know what? Before cutting, I want to draw a design on my handle. It's not going to be just a white handle. I want to draw a design. So, what will I do? Let's see. Thinking. All right. I will show you how to do a checkered pattern. Checkered pattern. Now, Mr. Galvez, the easiest way to draw a straight line, if you have a ruler, use a ruler. You want to find the middle of the space from there to there. Right? That's the easiest way to do a perfect line. But if you don't have a ruler, you're going to have to eyeball it. So this one, Mr. Galvez will eyeball. Try to draw the straightest line I can. Pulling towards you is always easier instead of going away from you. If you go away, it's going to be really hard to make a straight line. Now watch this. Now, shorter lines are easier to draw, so I'm going to just draw this section right here. I don't know if you can see that fold, but this is what I'm working on. Just this section, from here to here. From here to here. That's all I'm doing right now. Okay, see those pencil marks that I made? So I'm going to make 1-inch squares just by drawing a straight line. straight line across, straight line across. I'm just making a straight line across. I'm going to show you a checkered pattern and then continue that line. Remember I said it's easier if you pull towards your belly? Pull the line towards your belly. I had to flip my paper over to do that. Pull towards your belly, pull towards your belly. There you go. Oh, and I need, well, I don't need to draw this line here because I'm going to cut that. But since I don't want to get confused when I do my coloring, I will draw that line. If not, I will get confused. Okay, so these are going to be checkers. How do you do checkers? How do we do checkers? Let me get a different color marker here. All right, I'm going to use, wow, I'm missing purple. I just noticed that I am missing purple. I'm going to use a color that we don't use very often. I'm going to use brown. There we go. To do a brown checkerboard pattern, I'm going to use the stripe technique, not the cross hatching, but the hatching that I showed you with the polka dots. Made a boo-boo there with my marker. That's frustrating when you make a mark that you don't intend to make. And like Nevaeh said earlier, I cannot erase that. So first I'm going to trace all my lines. This is not a checkerboard pattern until you start coloring in the checkers. And for checkered patterns, you have to concentrate. If you don't concentrate, you will miss a square and then mess up your pattern. So one of these is going to end up having color in it, and it's not supposed to, but nothing we can do about it now. So here's my first one. So that means the next square I have to leave alone. Leave this one alone, color the next one. And just stay on one row. Don't try to do 2 rows at the same time. Don't try to go down here. Stay all the way until you finish that side. Skip, go to the next one. Concentrate or you will not do your checkered pattern correctly. Skip, go to the next one. Here's my stripe, skip, go to the next one. All right, I'm going to press pause until I'm done with my pattern. Let's see, Hilda, what do you think I'm supposed to do? Hold on, I got to open your mic. Zoom is acting really slow. Hold on. Okay. Hi, Hilda.
White.
So, what color? Am I supposed to leave this one white?
Yes.
No, look, Hilda. Dark, white, dark. This one is supposed to be dark. Dark, white, dark, white. White, dark, white, dark. So this one stays white. This one I color again. So you can see that's how you create a checkered pattern. White, dark. White, dark. One more row to go. So I go back to the beginning. Since this one was dark here, this one will be white. White, dark. Or light, dark. Light, dark. White, brown. I'm using brown. I don't know if you can see, but it's brown. White, brown. Last one. a white and brown checkerboard pattern, see? Finished. Now time to cut it out. Okay, so I'm cutting this line right here. This is how thick my handle is going to be. Sorry, not in the camera shot. That's how thick my handle will be. Cut this one out. Okay, so now, oh, good. We can just cover that up, hopefully. You won't see it. Or I want to see how long I want my handle to be. Let's bring our egg back here. So the handle is going to go here inside of the tip. Right there, like that. That's how it will be. Okay? Like that. So let's glue these two pieces together first. I will glue these 4 squares. Beautiful. Now I'm going to glue these 4 squares. And put them inside of the tip of the egg. Go. Now I will put glue on these 4. So the good thing is you're not going to see the boo-boo that Mr. Galvez did because I'm going to hide it with glue. It'll be glued inside the egg. You can see it. Flip your egg over. Glue it on the inside of this tip. This. And my Easter bag is finished. Let's look at it. Here's the reveal. Dun 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 dun. There is my Easter bag, everybody. I can put stuff inside of it. I can go on an Easter egg hunt and fill it with lots of goodies. You should let it dry first because the glue is still wet, the paper is still wet. Let it dry before actually putting stuff inside of it. But there you go. It's a nice, strong Easter egg basket. As long as you don't overdo it and put too many things inside. Let's put some toy cars in there. Let's put a couple marbles and balls in there. You see, it holds it. Dun, 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 dun. So when you go Easter egg hunting, you can put your eggs in there if you don't already have a basket. These are just my toy goodies that I use. And it would be a good idea to write your name inside, so that way you don't get it confused with anybody else's. Although if you draw a unique design, everybody will know that it's yours. So there's my double-sided Easter egg basket, boys and girls. Thank you for joining Mr. Galvez's Teach for Love channel. I hope you enjoyed that. Just press rewind, pause, share it with your friends so they can make their own Easter egg basket. Remember, don't get frustrated if you mess up. Just try to go back a step until you figure out how to do it. The toughest part on making this egg basket is this part. Attaching this, you might need help from an adult, but that was pretty challenging. Even for Mr. Galvez, I was like, what? But I know you can do it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time. Peace!